So overcoming the mind in that Saram Khand, their self-identity has now been completely dissolved. Tithe jod mahabal sur, tin meh Ram rahya bharpur. Within them, Ram resides, totally infused. Now within them, only Ram exists. This is the first mention of Ram within Gurbani and within Japji Sahib. The way that we can understand Ram is one who is Ramya hoya. Ramya means that which is completely infused and permeating within everything. So wherever you hear the word Ram within Gurbani, most of the time the reference is to that oneness which is infused in all. There are certain occasions where the word Ram is talking about Sri Ramchandraji from Ramayana. Ram gayo, Ravan gayo, Jako bo parvar. So there are times when Guruji uses the example of Ramchandraji, Ravan, Sita, Lakshman to explain certain characteristics of Dharam. But most of the time where Gurbani is using Ram as an instruction to meditate on Ram or to talk about Ram as that divine, it means that which is Ramya Hoya, the one that is completely permeating in everything. So here Guruji says, within them, those saints who have reached that Karam Khand, within them only Ram is now totally infused. Within you, when that one is completely immersed, then it is Hukam who is living through you. It is Hukam that is now living, not you. Your eyes are the eyes of life. Your eyes are the eyes of Ram. And everything that you see is Ram as well. Your words are his words. Your thoughts are his thoughts. Your actions are his actions. Another meaning of the word Karam is actions. Karam Khand, where your actions are the actions of the divine. Each breath is the divine keeping itself alive. It is now nothing to do with you. Such is the consciousness that we as the common man have never known. Because we continue to walk the path of spirituality, we continue to do actions that benefit us. The way that we approach spirituality is, what can I do that will benefit me on this path? So we do not do actions to eradicate the me, we do actions to benefit me. So within them, Ram is totally permeating. And where Guru Nanak has used the word Ram as the historical character within the Ramayana, Ram is always accompanied by Sita. So if Guruji is using the character of Ram, then where is the Sita in this? Guruji says, Tithe Sito Sita Mehma Mahe. So the word Sita, just as Ram isn't actually talking about Sri Ramchandraji, here the word Sita is being used poetically but isn't in reference to Sita, the wife of Ram. The word Sita means to sow, using the analogy of sewing and a sewing needle and thread. So Sita means to have something woven. Sito Sita means to sew and have something interwoven. It is a repetition of the word Sita. Or another way to look at Sito Sita is that the word Sito means Sital, tranquility. So we can translate that there tranquility is interwoven. But how is it interwoven? It is interwoven with mehma, with praise. Mehma means to sing the greatness of something, to sing the praise of something. So there, within them is only Ram, but Ram is interwoven with praise. Praise has played such a big role in getting the saints to that point. Getting the saints into a unification with the divine. Praise has led the seeker into such an inner tranquility, such an inner stillness, where all the notions of self have disappeared. They've got there through praise. All of the Saramkhand endeavors have been an endeavor of praising the other rather than benefiting the self. And now, praise is what has interwoven that saint into the divine. Kabir ji says, Kabir, tu karta, tu hua, mujh mein raha nahu. Kabir ji says, by doing tu hi, I became you so that nothing was left of me. Now all that remains is within me is you, and everything around me is also you. And it is praise that has got the saint to that place. Praise has been the path upon which duality has been eradicated. So praise never leaves. Praise remains even though the one doing the praise has been transformed from me to you. So that all that remains is you praising yourself. Aap japaye jape so nao, aap gavaye so har gun gao. When you praise, then praise comes out of me. When you sing, then my body sings. That is what praise has done. That is the importance of praise. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji has brought praise as the technique for mankind in the age of Kaljug, in the darkness. Kaljug mein kirtan pradana. Tithe sito sita mehma mahe. There they are interwoven with praise. Taake roop na kathne jahe. Their form, taake roop, their form or their beauty, na kathne jaye, cannot be described, cannot be expressed. What beauty can you say about the one who has merged with the one? What words can you use to describe them? You may be able to describe the individual. You may be able to describe the body, the mind, but you cannot describe the one who is now no longer the body or the mind, but all they are is the oneness. Their form cannot be described. Na ohe mare na thage jaye. Nor do they die. Na ohe mare na thage jaye. Thage means thagi, to be robbed, to be looted. Na ohe mare, nor do they die, nor can they be robbed. So death cannot come and steal something away from them. Death has nothing to take when you yourself have died into the meditation of the One. But the process of this awakening, the process of realization, is a death. The thing that has died is the illusion of the self. There was a self, but that self was an illusion, and you now, through praise, through walking this path, have voluntarily given up that illusion. That illusion of self has now disappeared. So, what is it that death has to take away from you? Of course, the body will die. No physical body can remain forever. But whose body is it? It is not your body anymore. So death will happen to the body, but to the one owning the body, that owner has now disappeared. So what can death snatch away from the saints? when the saints themselves no longer exist. Maya also can no longer distract the saints. In order to want something, you have to exist to want it. When you no longer exist, then Maya has no one to tempt, no one to entice. So Maya and death cannot grab you. They cannot rob or steal or snatch anything from you. In fact, now death and Maya have become the slave of the saints. So only the divine oneness exists. That oneness is death itself, and that oneness is beyond death. That oneness is Akal. Na oh mare na thage jaye, jin ke Ram vase man mahe. Who is it that death can no longer touch? Those who have Ram embedded within their mind. Their mind is the mind of Ram. They no longer have an individual mind. Their mind is Ram's mind. It is no longer the mind of the saint. This is the complete transcendence of the body-mind identity. This is the total death of the ego. Your identification with your body as it exists now, and with your thoughts now, the thoughts of your past and thoughts of your future. That is your self-identity. That is your self-identity in a nutshell. The saints have given up that self-identity. When we talk about the ego, we mean this identification. When we talk about self-identity, it is your body-mind identity. This Karam Khand is the death of that self-identity, where matter, the physical form, and that which is formless in all spaces, in all time, they have now merged. There is now no longer a separation between you and the one that created you. So who are these people? What name can we call something or someone at this level? This is the definition of the saint, and Guruji says, Tithe Pagat Vase Ke Lo. There the saints reside. Tithe Pagat Vase Ke Lo. Ke Lo, Lok, is traditionally used to mean the 7 higher worlds of Hindu cosmology. But for this word, Lok, Lo, means just simply different spaces of all places, of all worlds. There the saints reside from many worlds. Ke Lo. So no religion can have a monopoly on this realization. The saints from many worlds, many realms, many universes can reach this state if they have the grace. This is not now about what label you put on yourself, what religion you belong to, what path you've chosen. At this point of grace, when you have dissolved all of your personal identities, then where you come from becomes irrelevant. The journey that you took to get there becomes irrelevant. Regardless of what religion and what background you belong to, the entry points can be different, but the journey is ultimately an internal one. It is the same journey for everyone. The destination is the same, the journey is the same, but the entry points can be of many different ways. What is the experience of the one who has removed all sense of self? Tithe Pagat Vase Ke Lo, Karhe Anand Sacha Man Soe. They are Karhe Anand. They are doing bliss. They are cultivating bliss. Why? Because that permanent one is on their mind. Their mind is the mind of the one, and that one is in permanent bliss. And the word Pagat we heard very early in the Suniye Pauris, Nanak Bhagata Sada Vigas. Nanak says that those saints are forever playful, joyful in bliss. So in the Suniye Pauris, Guru Nanak Dev Ji was also talking about these bhagats, because they have eradicated all of their suffering and that sin of being separate from that one. So the only experience here is one of supreme joy and bliss. And this is what the whole journey has always been about. Mankind's search for contentment. Ultimately, mankind is only looking for one thing, which is bliss and joy, peace, happiness, contentment. And this journey culminates when divine grace has allowed you to transcend that final attachment that you have to yourself and to your own search for bliss. And towards the end of this journey, you look back in realization that it was never you walking on this path. It was not your jor, it was not your effort that led you to this point. It isn't that you have control until you become enlightened. Enlightenment means you understand that you never had any control. Akhan jor chupan jor, jor na mangan den na jor. This is not a description of the saint. This is the description of mankind. And in this inner state of non-ego is where we find the ultimate bliss that we have always been looking for.